students. Today we are going to start a new subject topic, that is your syllabus to introduction of yoga, basic theory, science and techniques. So since it's your first class, so we will be discussing in the syllabus what is the vision and mission of this physiotherapy program, what is the program educational objectives, what is the program outcomes. Now, the yoga is a course which you will be doing in your first semester. So, what are your course outcomes? What is your course content? Which all topics you will be reading in that? What are the various textbooks available for that? And what are the various reference books which you can consider for study purpose? Coming for the syllabus, vision and mission. See, vision and mission is physiotherapy as a department. What is a vision and what is a mission? The course which we will be doing will be your having a course code, that is your BPHY 1007. The course title is your Introduction to Yoga, Basic Theory, Science and Techniques. The vision of Department of Physiotherapy is to be known as a center of excellence for physiotherapy and rehabilitation sciences. Rehab sciences education, interdisciplinary research and encouraging innovative physiotherapeutic technique for rehabilitation and better healthcare. Mission of Department of Physiotherapy is to build excellent medical facilities for promoting a skilled physiotherapy professional, to collaborate with the healthcare sector for development of fundamental and practical knowledge as per curriculum, to promote students for enhancing the community-based health for improving well-being. Coming on to the program educational objectives. The first program educational objective is a technical knowledge and skill. It is to educate students with the understanding of physiotherapy, to build foundations for theories and practical in the areas of anatomy, physiology, biomechanics, exercise therapy, electrotherapy, orthopedics, neurology, cardiopulmonary, sports, research, and to develop students' design skills through good laboratory practice. What is a program educational objective 2 is a higher studies and lifelong learning to provide students with sufficient breadth and depth in physiotherapy and related areas to keep up the high standards, value the recent research and apply the best available evidence to their everyday practice, and to enable for higher studies and lifelong learning programs. The educational objective number 3 is a societal context, ethics and communication skills to make the students think of educational technical solutions for social needs, improving living quality with ethical responsibilities in industry, your government organizations to develop students communication skills to undertake professional responsibilities and multidisciplinary works. Program outcomes. So each and every course which is there, it is comes under program, and each program which is a physiotherapy program, it has 12 program objectives or program outcomes. Those are your first program outcome is physiotherapy knowledge. So you should always imbibe a physiotherapy knowledge with whichever the subject you are doing. Then program outcome 2 is your problem analysis. Program outcome 3 is design and development of solution. Program objective 4 is leadership skills. Program objective 5 is professional identity. Program objective 6 is physiotherapy and society. Program objective 7 is basic medical knowledge. Program outcome 8 is your ethics. Program outcome 9 is individual or teamwork. Program outcome 10 is your communication. Program outcome 11 is your physiotherapy, patient evaluation and management. And program outcome 12 is your lifelong learning. Coming to the course outcomes, since this course code was BPH 1007, it is Introduction to Yoga. So the course outcome is to illustrate the foundation of yoga along with relationship of yoga with health. The second course outcome is to determine the physiological effects of yoga practices. As we go through the course content, the content in this will be your foundations of yoga, in which you will be reading about introduction to yoga and its philosophy. What is yoga? That is your originated from Sanskrit word yuj, which that means union, and its philosophy. Yoga is originated as per your Indian philosophy, and in this Indian philosophy is about logic. In that logic, that yoga is again out of these context. It is like there were various Indian philosophies like Mimamsa, Purvamimamsa, Uttarmimamsa, Shamakya. Then you have your Advaita, then Dvita with Advaita. Okay, so in that one philosophy is yoga, and it is one of the oldest philosophy from your Vedas. Then we'll be talking about history of yoga, how yoga has developed or started in its origin from 12th century and where it has reached till now. We'll read about brief history and development of yoga. In that we'll talk about various periods of yoga. In that it is your basically your pre-Vedic period, your Vedic period, your pre-classical period, your classical period, and the other periods of yoga. Then coming to the fourth part is the streams and types of yoga. Now, as a yoga professional, you should have a qualities of a yogic person, or you should have a qualities of a yogi, and that comes from mainly four streams: your Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karam Yoga, and your Bhakti Yoga. So these are your four streams of yoga, which we will be dealing in the detail as we will be proceeding with the course. Then various types of yoga. In that various types of yoga are your Hatha Yoga, your Ashtanga Yoga, your Jiva Mukti Yoga, your Anusara Yoga, your Kripali Yoga. Then you have your Vikram Yoga. Okay, Yen Yoga. So these are various types of yoga that we will be discussing. Then we will be discussing about concept of body in yoga, that is called as Pancha Kosha theory. See, as per yoga, our body is made up of five elements, which is called as Panch Kosha, five elements. And if uh, your body is suffering from any diseases, so there will be not proper functioning of any of these five elements with which body is composed of. So we'll be reading about these five elements, which is your air, water, earth, then your fire, and your asman. Your this what do you say? Asman is your sky. These are your five elements with which body is composed of, or the basic constituents, and how they affect your body and how they make your nature. How they, if you are having any problem in your body, how these one of the as elements is affected. Okay, and how body and mind functions together and helps you keeping your body in a healthy state, and yoga forms a very important role in that, and that phase we will be reading about the concept of body in yoga. Then we'll read about the concept of health and disease in yoga, which is very well related to your panchakosha theory only. In that it is said that there are three kalpas. Three kalpas, matlab, or you can say there are three ways or three main criteria of any of the disease in human body. It could be due to phlegm, or it could be because of either matlab, that is like three problem. It could be because of phlegm, it could be any of the digestive problem, or it could be anything related to inside the body. So we will be reading about these three kalpas and how we can modify them into a healthy state while practicing the yogic practices, which comprises of your asanas, pranayams, your observations which you need to do in yoga, the philosophy, the way of living which you are doing in a yoga, which you follow as a yoga practitioner. So this will be all in the first unit of yoga. Now we will be going in, which is this first unit is composed of 8 hours. So within 8 hours, we will be completing all these topics which we have highlighted here for the unit 1. Now in unit 2, which we will be doing will be your physiological effects of yoga, which is of 7 hours. In that we'll be mainly dealing about your yogic practices, how your yogic practices help you in becoming a good yoga practitioner, the physiological effects. See what these yoga practices do in your body or how these affects your body structure and function. And main thing here we will be talking about will be your function, how it will be affected with yogic practices. Main yogic practices are your shatkriyas, your asanas, your pranayamas, your relaxation techniques, your meditation. Okay, so this is like as per Ashtanga Yoga, and there are few other things which are there in Ashtanga Yoga that we'll be seeing, that what are the 8 limbs which are followed in Ashtanga Yoga. But in that, what all these practices have an effect on body. Shat Kriyas means there are 6 purifying or cleaning practices which are like asked by any yogic practitioners to be done before starting any of the yoga. So that is, if you want to do body cleaning, so these are your 6 body cleaning techniques which helps in your removing of the disease, or it helps in your strengthening immunity or giving a good optimal health. So these Shat Kriyas are 6 forms of your Kriyas which are used for body cleaning purposes of cleaning. These are called as body cleaning practices, which comprises of your Neti, Dhoti, Dholi, okay, your Agnishara Kriya, then it is even you have Trataka. Okay, Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is not a pranayama, it is a Shatkriya. Okay, that we'll be discussing as we will be looking after the practical syllabus. This is a theoretical one. So these are your 6 Shatkriyas or 6 Kriyas which we were, yogic Kriyas which we'll be discussing in detail as we proceed on to the classes. Then there are asanas. These asanas are forward bending asanas, backward bending asanas, side bending asanas, meditative poses. So there are like various asanas, your supine asanas. Supine means your straight line asanas. Then on your or you can say back on your back asanas. These are your supine asanas. Then prone on your stomach, whichever the asana you do. Asanas is nothing. It is your posture or the body posture which you withhold. These comes in your physiological effects of asanas. Then we'll talk. Third part will be physiological effects of pranayama. Prana means your breathing, okay, which is your life force, inhalation and exhalation. Yama means your technique or which you need to follow, okay, when you need to hold a breath or when you need to inhale or whenever you need to exhale, all this comes in your pranayama. Okay, so there are various pranayama techniques like your Anulom Vilom, your Sheetli, your Sheetkari, okay, your Brahmari, all these etc. of these pranayams comes under the pranayama, and then we will be seeing what are the physiological effects of these pranayama. Then we will be talking about various relaxation techniques and meditation. What are these various relaxation techniques which we use in yoga? We use Yoga Nidra, we have relaxation asanas, we have various meditative poses, we have various meditative techniques. Okay, and we have seen that because of these meditative techniques, the people have achieved your supernatural powers through yoga also. So these are how does it affect your body and mind. So we'll be talking about the physiological effects of relaxation techniques and meditation. Then we'll be talking about stress management through yoga, which is the applied aspect of your yoga techniques. How, with the help of relaxations, pranayama, asanas, and kriyas, we can relieve our body out of the stress, which is a like a ailment of day-to-day lifestyle, or you can say the lifestyle disorder, or because of the main cause of a lifestyle disorder, your BP or diabetes is all because of stress. And with yoga has shown with various scientific basis, with literature reviews, with various researches that yoga is an effective technique in stress management. So we'll be dealing about that in this stress management through yoga. Then we will be talking about disease prevention and promotion of positive health through yoga. So, when stress is managed, you can have a positive health. Then, how can you do your prevention of your disease, whichever you are suffering from, and you can have that optimal state or optimal state of health, which as per WHO is a health, what is called as normal definition of health as per WHO. Health is not just a mere of absence of disease, but it is your physical, mental, emotional, social well-being along with spiritual well-being. So, as yoga is a technique, or yoga is a practice, or you can say yoga is a lifestyle with which that positive health can be achieved. Okay, so these all things which we will be dealing with will be in your unit 2, and which is of 7 hours. The total yoga course is of almost this yoga theory course, Introduction to Yoga, is of 1 credit course. It's a 1 credit course. Okay, so basically you will be having only IA of this course, internal assessment. There will be no CAT and no ET for this. The main textbooks which you need to go through this will be your your Swami Satyananda Saraswati's Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandha, which is a yoga publication trust, and Thomson Press. It is mainly publicated by Bihar School of Yoga. Okay, and this is a main book which tells you in depth about your yogic philosophy, your Patanjali Sutras, from where the yoga has been originated, and along with the techniques which you will be going through or will be studying in this yoga. This is a best book, and I really like this book a lot. Along with this, the other textbooks which you can refer is your Swami Mukti Bonda, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which is have your beginners yoga also techniques. It has advanced yoga techniques also, and which will be it is again of Yoga Publication Trust. It is again of Bihar School of Yoga only. Then Dr. Swami Karmananda, Yogic Management of Common Diseases. This book was the first book which really helped me in my research when I was doing your masters in my yoga. So I would suggest you to go through this book for as your physiotherapy students. So it will be helping you in learning which yoga practice is best in which yogic which diseases, and you can incorporate this yoga techniques along with your physiotherapy management for your patients. Then the reference books which can be used are your Dr. K. Ramesh Babu Asana Sutras, Home of Yoga Publication, Vizianagaram. This book is written by my yoga guru, Dr. K. Ramesh Babu. He is your a director HOD in Yoga School of Consciousness in Vishakhapatnam, and he has great in-depth knowledge, and he's an advanced yoga practitioner. And with his book, which is written very like you can say very, the English is very not very high-fi, so that helps you at a beginner's level. You can start with this book also. Then there is Swami Prabhavananda Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and which is of Sri Ramakrishna Mutt, Chennai. This is mainly a book which has mainly all the Patanjali Yoga Sutras in Sanskrit along with its English translation. So whatever the yoga asanas, practices, the techniques, the practices as a yoga practitioners you need to do, it is taken from Vedas and mainly from Rig Veda. Okay, so from that Rig Veda, what we have seen, the sutras or yoga which we do, the practice, the way it should be done, it is translated from each with each sutra. It is translated in English. So you can have this book as a reference, which will be further giving you a in-depth knowledge about all this yoga techniques along with a good theory. See, remember, if you have a good theory or good depth or good knowledge of the practice which you are doing, so that helps you in good application also. Okay, so and to conclude, I will just state that yoga is not just a technique or a practice or just for your physiotherapy syllabus you need to do, as it is a new course which is introduced by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in physiotherapy. But yoga is a way of life. It tells you what are your observances, what are your absences, what you should not do in a life for the correct lifestyle, what you should do for a correct lifestyle. It tells you how to hold your postures, give you balance, give you stability, and helps you with dealing with all the lifestyle disorders and help you become a better person and a better human being. So it's about yoga is a lifestyle. So as we proceed in the course, will be we I hope everybody will be incorporating this yoga as a lifestyle. Thank you.